Your person finds themselves overwhelmed with regret, haunted by the realization of what they lost when they pretended not to care. At first, they dismissed their feelings, acting as though their emotions for you were fleeting or unimportant. But now, in the quiet of their mind, they understand the truth. They loved you deeply, perhaps more than they ever allowed themselves to admit. You were an angel with a pure heart, someone who radiated goodness and sincerity, and now that you're gone, the emptiness left in your absence serves as a constant reminder of how much you meant to them. They never expected to lose someone like you, someone who would impact them so profoundly, and that is why they now face the consequences of their choices, feeling the weight of karma for betraying the trust you so freely gave. Every day, they yearn to prove to you how much they've changed, to show you that they've grown, learned, and understand the importance of what you shared. They're willing to risk it all, to go beyond their comfort zone, and even to make sacrifices they once weren't willing to consider, all in the hope that you might still see the good in them, that there might be some way to rekindle what you once had. But fear holds them back. The thought of you not trusting them, of you seeing through any attempt they make to show they've truly changed, paralyzes them. They wonder if the damage they caused is beyond repair and if you'll ever be able to look at them with the same kindness and love you once did. The more you remain calm and seemingly unbothered by the separation, the more it drives them to the edge. Your self-assured distance has become something of an obsession to them. They replay every moment in their mind, trying to understand how they misjudged someone so genuine, so full of love, and the extent to which they took it all for granted. Now, seeing that you've moved forward, possibly without them, becomes a painful reality. They struggle with the knowledge that while you may have found peace, they're left to battle their own turmoil, with thoughts of you consuming them more each day. They realize the separation isn't affecting you in the same way, which only intensifies the remorse they feel. It's clear to them now that their mistakes were monumental. They know they may have ruined things beyond any chance of fixing, and this awareness hurts more than anything. This separation has humbled them in ways they never anticipated. For the first time, they're able to see their actions for what they were: careless, impulsive, and deeply hurtful. Your absence has been a harsh wake-up call, forcing them to confront their mistakes and to recognize the invaluable role you played in their life. In losing you, they've come to understand just how much they took your love for granted and how rare it was to find someone who cared so deeply and sincerely. Now, they're prepared to do whatever it takes to get you back. Every day, they feel a growing resolve to prove to you that they are a different person, that the separation has changed them and brought them a newfound sense of appreciation. They know it may be too late, that you may have moved on, or that you may be unwilling to risk reopening the old wounds they caused. Yet, despite the doubts, they can't shake the feeling that this love is real and powerful enough to overcome even the deepest of divides. In your time together, this love awakened something in both of you, a deeper sense of purpose that connected your souls. This bond, unlike any other, transcends the typical relationship, feeling spiritual, even fated. It's as though meeting each other helped you both discover a path or purpose that you were destined to fulfill. In this sense, they can't help but believe that this separation, painful as it is, might just be temporary, a phase in a larger journey meant to bring both of you back together stronger than before. The love that remains feels larger than any hurt they caused, and they cling to the hope that this connection, this spiritual bond, will find a way to bring them back to you. Nothing, they realize, can keep them away from you much longer. Their heart is set on proving their transformation and, if you're willing, showing you the person they've become, a person who finally understands your worth, who sees the angel they lost, and who would give anything for the chance to make things right. I've tried so hard in the past to shut down my emotions for you, convincing myself that it was for the best. I told myself over and over that walking away and keeping my feelings buried would be easier than facing the intensity of what I feel. But no matter how hard I try, my soul keeps craving your presence. I see you, hear your laugh, catch a glimpse of your smile, and it feels like I'm being pulled into something I can't escape. Even if I try to distract myself or focus elsewhere, there's always a reminder of you that draws me back, leaving me helplessly aware of the depth of my feelings. Haven't you seen how much I love you? Hasn't it been clear in the way I look at you, in the things I don't say but desperately want to? My silence may have masked it, but nothing I've done has made these feelings go away. In my life, no one compares to you. No one has ever made me feel this way, no one but you. You're the only woman whose opinion matters to me, the one I seek when I need guidance, the only one I want to turn to when I feel uncertain. When you give advice, it stays with me, reshaping my thoughts, shifting my perspective. I've often thought about how this is a bond like no other. It's a love I feel on a level I can't fully explain, something both comforting and intense. I know you love me in a way that's steady, strong, and unconditional, like no one else ever has. I feel it in your words and in the way you look at me, even when others are around. People notice it too, they sense there's something between us that goes beyond friendship or attraction. They see our connection, even if they don't understand it. And every time I'm with you, I realize that I'm not as strong as you are. You're fearless in showing the world how much I mean to you, wearing your love openly, without hesitation. I admire you for it, and I wish I had that same courage. I've often thought about what holds me back. I know it's taken me so long to approach you, to let you in fully. There's a part of me that's afraid to reveal the depth of my emotions because doing so would mean accepting how vulnerable I am with you. Maybe my silence and hesitation have scared you, and I can't blame you if that's the case. I know I haven't been communicating, and I know I may have seemed distant, but please don't mistake my silence for a lack of love. Please know that I am, without question, deeply in love with you. My distance isn't meant to push you away or make you doubt, it's more a reflection of my own fear and uncertainty. I would never intentionally hurt you, and if I have, I am truly sorry. I'm working on gaining the strength to open up fully, to let you see every part of me, including the parts I'm afraid to show. As much as I've tried to run from this, the truth is undeniable. The more I run, the more I miss you. I'm exhausted from hiding, from pretending these feelings don't exist. Each time I try to pull away, I realize how much I need you and how much I crave your presence. There's no one else who fills the space in my heart the way you do. And so, I'm ready to stop running. I'm ready to face the truth that you are my truth. I want to take the lead this time, to come to you openly and honestly. I know it's been a journey, one that's tested your patience and understanding, and for that, I am endlessly grateful. If there's one thing I want you to know, it's that my heart is with you. I'm ready to embrace this love without fear, to show you the side of me that has always been yours. I just ask that you continue to be patient with me as I make my way back to you. There may be moments where I stumble, moments where I hesitate, but please trust that my intentions are real. This is not a decision I'm taking lightly, it's one I've been waiting to make for a long time. I want to be the person who loves you openly, with all my heart, and I want to stand by you as you have stood by me. So, here I am, ready to accept my truth, ready to make my way back to you, where I know I belong. You've drawn back your energy, leaving your partner with a profound void in their life that they didn't expect. They're realizing just how much they miss you, so deeply that they're now searching for any clues to understand what might be going on with you. They're constantly replaying past moments, examining conversations, and picking apart little details to find some insight into why things have changed. The absence of your open affection and your once effortless expressions of love have left them feeling an unusual anxiety. They're unsettled and even a little lost. After all, you were the person who always openly expressed your feelings without hesitation, so this change in your behavior has them on edge. What's more, they're watching this transformation in you with an unexpected mix of awe and shock. They had always thought of you as someone who was just there for them, someone they could count on to prioritize their needs. You had always made yourself available, never really holding back your time or energy. Now, you've shifted your focus, you're prioritizing yourself, giving your life and your well-being the attention they deserve. They're witnessing the strength in this decision, the power that comes with putting yourself first, and it's a side of you they never really saw before. In a way, this newfound independence and self-respect you're exhibiting is making them see you in an entirely new light. For the first time, they're realizing you're someone who won't be taken for granted. As they sit with these feelings, a mixture of regret and frustration begins to build up within them. They're mad at themselves for the choices they made, for the times they pushed you away, and for the moments they chose to deny their true feelings for you. Looking back, they now recognize the subtle ways they held back or downplayed the importance of what you both shared, never realizing how much they'd regret it. It's a humbling experience for them, this acknowledgement of their own missteps and emotional hesitations. They're coming to terms with the fact that they had something special with you, something they didn't fully appreciate at the time, and they now feel a deep desire to make amends. This situation has left them with a difficult realization: the only way to get close to you again is to be completely honest and open about their feelings. They know that merely hoping things will return to the way they were isn't enough. This time, they need to lay everything on the table, to speak their truth without holding back or hiding behind old fears. They're beginning to understand that the way forward isn't through subtle gestures or hopeful waiting. It requires real vulnerability and an honest confession of what they feel. There is no room for games, no space for hesitation. They know that, if they want any chance to be part of your life again, they need to approach you with nothing but sincerity. In the meantime, they're feeling the intensity of your absence in a way they didn't anticipate. They miss the simple things, the way you text to check in, the phone calls that brighten their day, the small ways you showed up for them, even when they least expected it. Now, those messages and calls aren't coming. You're no longer offering your attention so freely, and it's creating a void they can't seem to fill. The more time passes, the more they realize that they crave your presence. They find themselves growing increasingly desperate, longing for you to reach out, hoping for a sign that you still care. They're grasping for any opportunity to get back in your good graces, to gain your attention again, as they realize the full weight of what they've lost. A new layer of worry begins to creep in, as the thought of you moving on with someone else becomes an unbearable possibility. The idea of you sharing your time, energy, and affection with someone new is more painful than they had imagined. It's as if the absence of your presence has magnified their feelings, making them fully aware of how important you are to them. They can't bear the thought of you being there for someone else in the same way you once were for them. This fear, along with their regret and desperation, only adds to their urgency to reach out, to make things right before it's too late. In this space of longing, regret, and realization, your partner finds themselves at a crossroads. They know they must confront their feelings honestly, that the only way forward is through genuine communication and openness. They've come to understand that your self-prioritization isn't just a phase, it's a sign of the growth and strength within you. This revelation has left them with a powerful choice: either take the leap and express their true emotions or risk losing the chance to reconnect with you for good. As they wrestle with their emotions, one thing has become clear to them: they're no longer willing to let you slip away without a fight.